Hey everyone, welcome to the Withering Effect, episode 151. Today's date is July 17th, 2022, and I am Duds or Duds Versus, known to the rest of the interwebs.
And I'm Jimbo. You may know me as Jimbo Slice 23. So what have you been up to this week, Duds?
More terraforming. Matter of fact, a lot more terraforming. So, me and Aerington have worked together to create multiple pathways between each other's base.
I think I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah. We have an above ground path. It just made sense. There was a gully of land that is a straight shot. Aerington mainly designed the path. My job was the palm tree.
Oh.
I've kind of become the palm tree guy. I don't think I do very great palm trees, but they work, so I'm doing it.
You even made them before. I remember them being on your Commicraft island.
You mean Ripple Effect?
No, Commicraft.
That wasn't me.
Someone else did them there?
That was Bank.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you made them on Ripple Effect also. Well, that's where you made them, apparently, because you didn't make them on Commicraft.
Yeah, I didn't make the Commicraft ones. Commicraft ones were Bank. The new ones are mine, and we did an above ground area. Turned out really nice. The path looks brilliant. And then we worked out, so there's a couple of underground water features. I'm trying to think of the right word.
Gullies?
No. Reservoirs?
Yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah, so there's cave system with water reservoirs in it. And me and Aerington dug a cave connecting all the reservoirs and then connecting it to a river out next to my base. So you know where I have like the window that opens up to a little side river that connects to a larger river that connects to the ocean?
Right.
Well, now that part of my base, you can go down that river and go all the way into Aerington's base. So it's this long, I should say long, it's only like 100 or so blocks, tunnel system with water in it, and you can fit a boat through there. You can almost fly through it. Pretty cool.
I was always curious because we named our hometown, this area, No Water.
There's a lot of water and no water.
There's water everywhere, but it's in a desert, so it makes sense, but then it doesn't at the same time.
Yep. And then our shopping district will be called Some Water.
Yeah, Some Water.
Yeah.
They're building an oasis out that way. Pretty cool.
But other than the pathway, like I'm about halfway through an episode, so I have like another project I can do. And Aerington brought up the fact that we could use a string farm. I know where there's a spider spawner, so I might throw one of those together real quick. They're not terribly hard.
Right.
And then I spent today playing with Blockbench, because you remember with 1.19 coming out, they did that whole thing of Blockbench is easier to use, blah, blah, blah. Now's the time to get into Blockbench, right?
Yeah.
I got into Blockbench. It's not easy to use. It is the most frustrating program I've ever worked with.
Even with tutorials?
I haven't looked at many tutorials, just basically how to convert my Blockbench file to a resource pack. And even that didn't work, which is even more frustrating. It's a 3D modeling program. I have the degree in architecture. I had to take semesters worth of 3D modeling with several different programs, and all those programs are essentially the same. They have just a couple extra features, but the way the 3D modeling itself works was always close to the same, including the same shortcuts. All the programs try to use as many Windows shortcuts as possible. Well, going to Blockbench is so unintuitive if you've done something like that. It was a struggle. I was like, I'm going to make a sword. It'll be a kind of detailed sword, but not a super detailed sword. Just enough to kind of say I understand how the stuff moves. And I got it. It worked. The sword looks good in Blockbench. Getting it out of Blockbench, I've yet to get to work.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I followed 3 tutorials. And I mean, I spent 3 hours converting this stupid Blockbench file into a resource pack.
I'm sure once you get the one done, all the others should be a lot more easy.
I don't know. I can get it in Minecraft. Like, the pack is in the game.
Oh, it's in there.
And then when I get the texture, or when I name the item to turn the texture into what I want it to be, it's a purple and black box. It can't read the file.
Ah, that is weird.
I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. So I just remember going back when they had Minecon Live or whatever it is called now. They keep changing the name, but I remember it being a big thing that Blockbench was very user friendly now and better to use. And I'm just like, this was user friendly? What did it look like before?
Yeah.
Because it's pretty ridiculous. But you're right, this is my first go at it, so maybe when I get it actually figured out, it's not as bad. The modeling is still... The problem is using other programs. It's like I got so used to a certain way, and I know there's faster ways and more accurate ways of doing things that I'm not a fan of the way this program models. But I thought I had a pretty good looking sword, and I can't see it in game. I've not been able to see it in game yet.
Yeah, it's weird. I've never messed with Blockbench, but I do have plans to start using Minimator for little animations. Not big ones. I gotta start small, but there's a skit I done this week to start my week.
Mm-hmm.
I did a skit, and it involves me falling. So I want to go in Minimator. Seems like a simple thing to start with. Just my player kind of flopping around falling. That's all I need to do. That's all I want to do to put in my video.
You don't need Minimator for that.
What do you mean?
There's an actual ragdoll data pack.
Well, I want to make it like my arms are flailing as I'm falling.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to do it in Minimator. That's the idea.
Okay.
I'd like to use it a little bit more in my videos, maybe here and there
Mm-hmm.
for different animations. So I'm going to give that a shot. I think I know what you mean, though, with the ragdoll data pack.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was part of my week. I did build something, finally. Yeah, I know I haven't had much time to play, but I jumped on and I started building my starter base / ancient desert ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's going to be a story behind this desert ruin that I dig up / build. Technically, I dig it up. I didn't build it in the episode. It's not my build. It's just something I've dug up. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of secrets to this build. And as I dig inside of it and start building things inside of it, I discover things about it. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that in my videos. And I'm going to introduce a new mob / villain. And I think it's going to be pretty entertaining with this one. I don't want to spoil any more, but that's the idea. That's a storyline I'm going to run with.
Nice. I know the storyline, so It's good. It's fun.
Yeah, and I think others on the server are going to get involved with it a little bit, so it makes it even more fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I finished my desert ruin area or build. I just got to do a little bit to the interior, just on the inside. Like I said, my player is going to dig it out and discover things, so I don't want to finish it all completely. I want to show the audience some of the progression of the inside because I couldn't time-lapse this build. It's something I dug up. I didn't want to time-lapse me digging it, and you'll see why. But yeah, it's finished. I can start recording again, jump back on recording, finish episode 2.
You are actually the start of my episode 4, I think I'm on now.
Yeah.
There's some Jimbo teaser in there.
Okay.
Well, and it's funny because your build is in the background. I went, oh no, I'm spoiling Jimbo stuff because I don't know when your episode's going to come out based on like how little time you've had to record. And then I went back and I looked. It's completely changed now.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Right. Yeah, I went in creative. Like usually I go in creative. And what's good is the server has a creative server. So we can all jump on there and work together to kind of figure out what we want this place to look like, which is awesome. I love that idea. I have my own creative world where I go in and I do my own builds. And the creative build that I made looks nothing like the finished desert ruin that I've made. So I hope everyone likes it.
It looks really cool.
Thank you.
Should we go ahead and hop on to the news?
Yeah, we can do that.
The only real news we have is about Minecraft Legends. The pre-release was more chat bug fixes. We still don't have a date for when it's going to release.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, I'm honestly tired about talking about the chat, so we're not going to talk about the chat. We're going to talk about Legends.
Yep. I mean, I guess don't chat anymore because it's... No, I guess it's... They're trying to make it more fair than it's been, but we've heard enough about it. We've heard enough about the chat.
We've been forced to talk enough about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like when they were changing the ore generation every snapshot. We're like, you know what? We're done until we get a finalized thing.
Right. But yeah, Minecraft Legends. We got a little, it's not very long. It's a small video from the developers of Minecraft Legends, pretty much mentioning how, some of the lore that's in the game, they never really explain much gameplay.
Right.
It sounds like you make the story. That's what I'm thinking it's getting at. When they explain it, I'm thinking Fable. How you make all these decisions and things change upon your decisions. That's what I was thinking they were going at, but I could be wrong.
I feel like it's one of these tower defense strategy games. And it's a game style I don't play. And so far, what I've seen from Legends hasn't made me want to play it. It's not like Dungeons where I was piqued interest in Dungeons. And then we finally got to play in it. It felt really good. It felt like a good game. Legends, I love the idea of the story and the fact that it's not really the historical accurate of how Minecraft became Minecraft we know now. It's just a legend that got passed along during time. I think that's a great idea because that means you can play with different legends without rewriting things and players assuming, well, it was here, so it needs to be here. The thing is, 1, I've never seen a character leave a horse. And 2, I'm not a fan of the super cell shaded look.
Okay. See, I thought it looked pretty similar to Dungeons, like gameplay. But except for they have like an army with them fighting another army. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah.
There are little differences. Like you could see where the LA was building walls. I don't know if that's the character building the wall or if it's like a little LA that was building them.
No, it's the LA. The character's telling the LA what to build, and it's building it.
Yeah, the character is the one, I don't know, making it build the wall. But yeah, I wonder how that would work. Why can't the character just build it, Maybe it's a defense thing. Like you said, like you unlock a defense thing and your LA builds walls. Could be.
I don't know, again, we just don't have a lot of information. I just know from the few videos I've seen, doesn't pique my interest. That being said, I could change my mind. I wasn't 100% on board with Dungeons, but the more I saw and then got to play, I really like Dungeons. And I still pick it up whenever I have time. I haven't been able to finish the game yet because I have such little time to play. I try to focus on content creation. But when I get time, I'll spend 30, 45 minutes playing Dungeons on my Switch. It's still fun.
See, I'm more of a fan of the defense type of game than the dungeon crawling type of game.
Okay.
To be honest.
This might be right up your alley.
Yeah, it depends if that's what it is. Like we said, we've only seen clips.
Yeah.
There's really not much of the gameplay out there, so we'll see.
Well, and this brings me back to the super cell shaded nature of the graphics.
Yeah.
To me, that hurts. Like, I don't like looking at that. I have a lot of Minecraft visual complaints this week, and it's mostly not Mojang. And even this isn't really Mojang. It's, who is it? Blackbird Interactive that's doing this game with Mojang Studios.
Yeah, out of Canada.
Before anyone says, well, they shouldn't have made Legends, they should focus on different companies. They can do their own thing. And I'm happy that Mojang's branching out into different things. This is just one of those things that I need to know more of before I get super hyped for.
Next year, Minecraft football game. That'd be wild.
Doubt.
Yeah, I doubt that. But they did mention that they started developing this in 2018.
Wow.
4 years ago. And I think they mentioned in the video that the code word was Badger.
Okay.
Project Badger. That's Minecraft Legends. And he wore, I think it was the original Caves and Cliffs when they unveiled the archaeology.
Uh-huh.
It was the very beginning of Caves and Cliffs where he had a Badger shirt on. It was kind of like an Easter egg during that whole, Minecon live.
Nice.
I thought that was pretty neat. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's in that video, but I think it's towards the end.
Again, I've liked the lore about the game, how they're handling that. The strategy aspect and the visuals are what's hurting me, but we'll find out. We'll see what changes. Is there any other news? I don't think so.
I don't believe.
All quiet on the front.
Yeah. Even I think Legends, we had to find that as news. There really wasn't. We didn't want to talk about chat anymore.
Exactly.
It's every week, so
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Legends did a little thing, so we're like, let's talk about this a little bit.
We have a listener comment. I'm throwing this out there. This was Peeporp from when we were in chat yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And they ask, what enchantment would you create if you could?
Not a bad question.
No, and our main topic covered an enchantment that I thought was really cool, and it was the double jump.
That was a cool one.
That's a really cool enchantment. I don't know if it would be useful because of the elytra, but at the same time, I kind of want it.
Mm-hmm. That could, I mean, it'd be, if you can get it early game, just imagine in the end cities how useful it could be without the elytra, of course.
Right. I didn't like the idea of a player could fall off an edge or jump off an edge and then hit the double jump close to the ground, and it would activate and you'd have a safe landing. To me, that felt too cheaty. Then you would not need feather falling at all.
Yeah. Well, you would need maybe one or the other.
Yeah.
Maybe you can't do one. Like, you can't put them both.
I would still get rid of the ability to double jump during a tall fall. So there's a big give and take right there.
I don't think I'd mind that.
I think you'd have a lot of the PvP guys complain that it's too buff, less nerf.
Yeah, if they can get a hold of that enchantment. But I have been talking about this enchantment for the pants.
Okay.
Is it the pants or trousers? Does it say pants?
Pants.
Okay, I feel like it's called something else as armor. But yeah, it was brought up by CubFan. You might know where I'm going with this. And it's to help for leggings. Thank you, aubni in the chat.
What are you guys talking about? It's double hold sweater vest.
Double hold the sweater vest. Anyway,
for your butt.
The leggings from CubFan, he mentioned a long time ago to add pocket mods to leggings, 1, 2, and 3 levels. So each one you would get 3 extra slots of inventory because you're adding pockets to your leggings. And I really liked that kind of enchantment. I felt like it was real useful. Before Swift Sneak, there was no special enchantment for the leggings, so I really like the idea of the pocket mod.
Yeah, that could be cool. I don't think it would
fix inventory.
Well, I'm actually going the opposite way. I don't think it would disrupt the way the game's played now.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like shulker boxes became the grand all be all storage system and disrupted a lot of how the game's played.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this wouldn't interrupt.
No, probably not.
How you move items or anything like that.
It's not like too crazy, is it?
No.
As an enchantment.
It would definitely be a band-aid fix.
Mm-hmm.
But it's better than the bundle.
I mean, if you had leggings, you'd want that enchantment.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
I want Swift Sneak, and I haven't been able to get it yet.
Me neither. Some people have. We got to get on it. We might need to plan like a deep, dark dive. Yeah, we'll call it the deep, dark dive. Me and you.
Okay.
Find a ancient city somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like to talk to the audience about this, but I haven't got to experience it yet. So one time I was in creative, then I went to survival just to see what it was like. But that's just not the same.
I physically haven't seen the Warden in person yet.
Oh,
yep.
We will.
Not in creative, not any kind of way. Just haven't seen it yet.
Just on the screen.
Just pictures and videos. I'm trying to think if there's any kind of other enchantments I've thought of in the past that would be real nice. I don't think so. I think I've kind of grown accustomed to the way it is. I would still just like more customization as it is.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have the invisible armor thing happening now. Because armor and tools are really, just really ugly. Again, which is why I'm learning block bench and struggling. But some customization would be so nice.
Mm-hmm. If you get used to it, you can pretty much customize anything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In the game, so you got it's a lot to learn though. I think I learned my first command the other day in creative mode. That was expanding a wall because I never really thought about doing it. Thought it was just a little too much to learn, but really it's not that bad. And
yeah,
I recommend everyone to just step outside their comfort zone a little bit and expand their level of, I don't know, creativity in that sense.
Yeah. But thank you for that question, people. That comment was not from our Discord. It was actually from live chat. But the Discord is the only place where you can talk to everyone who works on the show easily. Just take C3PO's word for it.
Hello, interwebs. I'm C3PO, a member of the Withering Effect Discord. A great place to talk to fellow like-minded Minecrafters and to get to know the people from the show. Sometimes there are even puppy pictures. Don't delay. Join the Discord today. Link is in the show notes. Toodaloo! Duds made me say that.
Thanks for the Discord ad, C3PO. And speaking of the Discord, it's the only place where you can get involved in our Mending Minecraft vote. This week we asked you to choose between one of 3 biomes for us to discuss and improve. Your choices were Frozen River, Sunflower Plains, and Nether Wastes.
And the winner of Mending Minecraft this week is... Sunflower Plains.
What the heck?
Felt like that was a tongue twister there for a second. Sunflower Plains. Yeah, it's a lot easier the second time.
Mm-hmm.
It barely beat out the Frozen River, which, we don't get too many close votes. But the Sunflower Plains had 17, 14 for the Frozen River, so 3 vote difference, and 9 for Nether Wastes.
There weren't a lot of votes in this vote like we normally. In total, not a lot of people voted this round.
Yeah, we didn't get many of that this round.
Mm-hmm.
A few things on the Sunflower Plains before we get started. Sunflower Plains is a biome released in 1.7. It is the same as a normal plains biome, except it has a scattering of sunflowers all over it. Of course, this makes sunflowers rather rare, as it is a rare biome. All sunflower petals will always point east, and you can get a village spawning in these plains. That's it. That's it for the Sunflower Plains. It's pretty much a plains biome with sunflowers in it.
Yep.
That's
it. Which means mending it was...
Talk about playing.
Yeah. Mending it was not fun either.
Mm-mm.
So I was doing research on sunflowers, and one thing I had always thought was a thing that is and isn't a thing is that sunflowers faced the sun. And in real life, sunflowers do track the sun, but only at earlier age of the flower. Once they become full mature flowers, they face east like they do in Minecraft. So that's the thing.
So it's a real thing.
So my first idea to mend was let's have some growth stages for sunflowers.
Okay.
That would be kind of cool. I don't think it would disrupt the dye. The idea, because you bone meal a sunflower and it gives you yellow dye it gives you more sunflowers and then you turn that into dye.
Duplicates it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you say smaller sizes, I'm picturing a little sunflower with sunglasses on.
You could do that.
You know what I mean? The picture.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Sunflowers come in different colors. They're not all yellow. There are red ones and there are blue ones.
Didn't know that.
Well, purplish ones. We should have different color sunflowers too.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to get purple dye besides combining.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think you can get purple dye naturally.
No, just there's magenta with the allium. But yeah, purple dye needs to be combined.
Yeah, so that would be cool, especially if you get a purple sunflower, which is, according to the internet, it's kind of a rarer sunflower. Obviously, the yellow ones are the most common.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get a purple one, that's awesome. So that could be nice. Red dye in Minecraft is so easy to get. I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem.
Right.
And then my final fix was adding something to the biome. Because whenever we do biomes in general, I try to add a mob.
Mm-hmm.
Butterflies.
Sounds about right.
I'd like to see some butterflies. And they're strictly ambient. Can't interact with them, can't do anything to them.
I'm okay with that.
They're just butterflies.
Not like bats.
Yep, not like bats. Can't catch them in a jar. Can't do anything. You just look at them.
They're just there.
So that way no one can say, well, if something eats this, then they'll die, so we're going to take it out of the game. Nope, they're just there.
Yeah, or what do they drop?
Yeah, they don't drop anything. They're for ambiance. You cannot punch and kill the butterfly.
I'm okay with that. Kind of like the ashes in the nether.
Yes.
You know, how they're in the background. Has some butterflies.
Or the spore blossom.
Right. You could probably move the butterflies to like the flower biome as well,
Mm-hmm.
A couple more biomes, but yeah, makes sense to have it in the sunflower biome.
Yeah.
That's cool. What about like sunflower seeds? Now I think we're going out of biome topic into more sunflower topic, but
I thought about that because sunflowers were actually used as a food source early on.
Mm-hmm.
Like Native Americans were eating sunflowers.
Mm-hmm. The seeds are good.
Yeah, you can physically eat them. They were making pastes and stuff out of it, so you can. But to me, that was getting into creating something that wasn't there, and my job was to mend the biome itself, not so much the item in the biome.
One thing I wanted to bring up, I wasn't sure of, and I didn't see it on the notes. Usually, you can bone meal the ground in a biome and get the flowers that grow there.
Yes.
Randomly pop up. And I don't know about the sunflowers. I don't think it's a thing.
It is a thing.
It is?
Yep.
You can bone meal the ground and they'll grow.
So when it comes to flowers in Minecraft, there's essentially like this flower grows here on this block kind of thing, percentage-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not going to get a sunflower and a blue orchid grow on the same block.
Right.
I think it's like a sunflower or grass. If you run into a patch of sunflowers and you bone meal, if you tear down all those sunflowers and you bone meal where those sunflowers were, those sunflowers are going to grow again.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I've never tried it, but I was thinking about that and I didn't see it in the notes. You can just bone meal the ground and produce sunflowers because we know you can duplicate them, which is probably easier to do. I guess you could get more.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no real point because you can just plant one sunflower and constantly bone meal it to get more sunflowers.
Right.
And that's more efficient.
It's the best way.
Yeah, from what I know about flower forests and setting up dye farms, that block is either going to grow that flower or grass.
Mm-hmm. But then, like, every time I think about it, I never remember bone mealing the ground and getting a too tall flower. Grass, but not flower.
Probably because you haven't actually done that. You just bone milled the flower and said, all right, I got what I need. Bye. And left.
Maybe. Yeah, that's what I mean. I never tried it.
Yeah, that's the way I do it.
Anyone tried it?
Yeah, next time I find a sunflower biome, I'm trying it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wasn't sure. Oh, I'm definitely trying it.
Oh, yeah. Science!
Carry bone meal all the time. And we'll share this information. Don't worry. You guys will know. If you care.
No one cares about sunflowers, man.
Right. I don't think they do either.
Main topic time?
Yep. Yeah, no one cares about sunflowers. Better just move on.
Okay, so our main topic is going to be a video that I found on YouTube, and it's by SkipTheTutorial, and it's like 39 Minecraft ideas that Mojang teased.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching this, and a lot of the ideas were stuff we talked about.
Right. Yeah, and this video came out in May of this year, so a lot of these things we've talked about were way earlier than this.
Yeah. Some of them are pretty obvious that have been talked about for years, like emerald armor and tools, concrete stairs and slabs, wool stairs and slabs, stuff like that. Like, that's in there. That's been talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like the Oasis I mentioned in Mending Minecraft, that's in there and was teased by Mojang.
Yeah, I had no idea that was teased.
Mm-hmm. The big thing that I keep coming back to, a lot of these things that are being teased deal with food.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I knew. Like, the idea of fruit trees was being teased just to give us fruit that we can substitute as a better food source. Crabs were being teased, and if you killed the crabs, now you have more food. So everything kept coming back to food, and I was like, kind of sounds like we need a food update, aubni.
What's funny was SkipTheTutorial. That's right. He mentioned that they wanted to eventually add the trees of, the fruit-bearing trees and bushes that bore fruit. And here we got is it cherry bush or just berries? Berry bushes. So we got one. I'm curious if they're going to add any more because they kind of took a step.
Well, we have glowberries.
Glowberries also.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, we got 2 berry sources that grow naturally. I would like to see some fruit trees. That's something we've never talked about. We've talked about food, but yeah, fruit trees. We get apples from random trees, which kind of doesn't make sense. Be cool to have their own tree. Be okay with that.
I want a mango tree just because I keep calling the mangrove a mango tree.
Didn't know that.
So now I want it. I don't know if mangoes grow on trees or if it's a bush or whatever, but I want a mango one now. Some other things to talk about. Seasons are a big thing people talk about. Seasons are the one thing I think a lot of people in the Minecraft world want that I don't want.
Yeah.
I think it's cool and niche. And then after 3 months of having to deal with seasons changing, I'd be over it and I'd want it turned off.
Yeah, it would be nice to be able to turn it off and on, make it toggleable. But the fact that they give you, cold biomes, warm biomes,
right,
neutral ones, they're kind of giving you the option right there. So you don't need them. I think I've mentioned it before. I would like to see seasons. Thinking about it, though, the idea was, or Mojang's idea was, at least I think it was Mojang's. Maybe it was just the Reddit teasing this, but they was going to make it like 500 days a year for these seasons. So each season would be a little over 100 days long in Minecraft days. So you could spend a long time in one season, and to spend over 100 days in the winter biome could be kind of, I don't know, depressing. At least for me. I'm not a big fan of the snowy biomes.
Well, not to mention you're designing a build based on the biome you're in.
Right.
That changes things up, and they had a different thing that felt like a better compromise, and it's where you could use a command to physically change what the biome was. So say you're in a desert, and you could type in biome set, and it was, I don't know, cold peaks or whatever it's called.
Ice spikes.
Ice spikes biome, yeah, sure. So it's still a desert, but now it snows.
Yeah, you just get that weather. It doesn't change it in any way, just the weather and temperature.
I think that's great for, like, say it's Christmas time on the server, so you want the shopping district to look Christmassy. Well, you just change the biome set, and for a month now, it's snowing and stuff, it's Christmassy, and you have your decorations up. But when that's over, boom, back to no water. It's a desert, it's hot, all the snow's melted.
Mm-hmm. That's right, we're in a desert, so...
Yeah.
Bringing Christmas there wouldn't make sense. There were a lot of mobs I seen that they teased.
Yes, a lot of mobs.
One of the really cool ones was the monkey.
Yep.
I thought a monkey would be so cool. I'm not sure if we ever brought a monkey up. We ever talked about a monkey?
I don't think we have.
I don't think we have either.
There's a fear with monkey, and I think it's... You run the risk of, if you can have a monkey in Minecraft, especially as a pet, you would have people wanting a monkey in real life as a pet, when you really shouldn't have a monkey in real life as a pet.
Yeah, they're pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Not to mention, it's not good for you. It's not good for the monkey.
Yeah.
So I could see Mojang kind of skipping monkeys.
But if you wanted a monkey, you can have one in Minecraft.
Yes.
So it make you want to play Minecraft. Just to have a monkey, because you can't have one in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, short story, I was a kid and I was with my uncle. He went to go see his boss, and his boss owned this car dealership. He had a zoo also. Apparently the guy was loaded.
Okay.
But I went there and he had a monkey with him. He wore a diaper and he only drank Coca-Cola.
What?
Out of a can. Yep, just drank Coca-Cola. If you try to give him a Pepsi, he'd get mad. He didn't want it, but he was like harmless, but it was just so funny to see. That's my story.
One of the things that was teased was owls in Minecraft. That's another pet you probably don't want to have, but with the whole Harry Potter thing has kind of made that socially acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
But I love owls in general. I think they're very cool animals, and they're very intelligent animals.
Yeah.
So having owls in the game...
Real mysterious.
Yeah, to show off any kind of their intelligence would be great. I'd love it. They're cool-looking mobs. They're smart mobs. Animals.
Did you see what their mechanic was going to be?
Yeah, you could deliver books and letters.
Yes. How cool would that be?
Straight up Harry Potter.
Yep. Give it a book, assign it to somebody, and they'll go and drop it off to them. How cool would that be? The only thing I could see that could mess with that is like chunk loading.
Yep.
Because it's kind of just disappearing. That might be why it's stopped or held back.
You would have to do some kind of teleportation where
the
naming of the recipient would make the the animal fly off in essentially any direction just to get out of render distance or chuck loading distance. And then it would just automatically teleport to the recipient.
Yeah, the edge of your render distance and come into view.
Yeah.
That's the way I'd see it.
Essentially.
That'd be cool.
But then you run the problem if the recipient's underground in a mine shaft, you get a Todd and he flies into lava.
Mm-hmm. A Todd. I like that.
Stupid Todd.
Can't believe you did that.
I can believe that. The LA AI has really been disappointing.
Yeah. Well, besides that one, I haven't had one yet.
And see, we're all waiting on 119 where you can duplicate LAs, but chat.
Yeah, chat's taking up all the time.
Yeah.
The Mojang time. Thanks, chat.
One of the things that I desperately want that was in this video, and we kind of got an update of it, so I don't think it'll come anytime soon, but it's small ships, big boats.
Yeah.
I want to have a 4-passenger boat. I want to have sails and stuff and be able to sail the seas. Yeah, we have chest boats, and yeah, you could put 2 people in a boat. Remember when you couldn't put 2 people in a boat?
I do.
Yeah.
And you touch anything with your boat and it would sink.
Yup.
Mm-hmm. And then you'd lose it. It wouldn't even become an item.
Yeah, it turned into 2 sticks and a plank.
Mm-hmm.
Boats were absolutely horrible. They've come a long way.
Right.
They still have some distance to cover. And honestly, if you had to build a boat, actually, if you had to build, 5 boats, and then put 5 boats in the crafting table to make the bigger boat, using a lot of wood, I'm okay with it.
Me too. Sounds about right. I was just thinking about how could you make it.
That's the big problem, is how would you craft this thing?
Mm-hmm. You couldn't collect it as an item. You wouldn't think, well, I guess you can collect it as mini boats.
Yeah, you would not be able to break it and put it in your pocket.
Right.
Not allowed.
I agree.
Oh, banners as bed sheets. Such a cool idea.
Yeah, I think I missed that part.
When I first started watching Minecraft Let's Players, Slipgator was one that I really watched, and he changed his texture pack to have a blue bed with his logo on it. So anytime there was a blue bed, it would be his bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, how cool would it be when I saw this on this video to be able to create a banner and craft it? You just take the bed and the crafting table and the banner, and boom, now you have your own bed. Customization in Minecraft can be so much higher. It's already a sandbox. You can do so much with textures and everything, but this is going to be so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a cool idea. I don't know how I missed it, but I missed that.
Around 6:49 in the video.
Yeah, I must have looked the other way. They did bring up jellyfish.
Jellyfish is cool.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. They didn't really say much about them, but one of the big things were dog types.
Mm-hmm.
And they made a great example on the video. We have 5 different axolotls and 1 wolf. One type of dog.
Uh-huh.
But we have 5 Most people didn't know what an axolotl was until they made them in Minecraft.
Let alone they were different colors.
Right. I like the idea of, domesticated dogs in the villages, and there's also different kind of wolves, like a gray wolf. You have your typical white one, maybe a dire wolf, the black one. Yeah, different dogs. I kind of saw it being teased. It would be teased, but still not in the game. Still waiting for it. Not only that, different shades of animals. Again, we got 5 axolotls, and all the cows look the same.
Right.
Maybe switch that up a little bit. That'd be cool.
100% agree. I don't think if there's any more. It's a great video. Everyone should go give it a watch. And again, that's from SkipTheTutorial.
Mm-hmm.
Carl will probably have the link in the comments, especially if we remember to put the link in the show notes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more stuff we're missing. There's a lot covered on this video. So
they had grappling hooks.
Yeah.
In the video, but they didn't really act like grappling hooks like I would imagine. They acted like Spider-Man web slingers.
That's what I was thinking.
So to me, that's not grappling hooks. Grappling hook is you shoot and it creates basically a stationary rope that you may be able to, you can maybe swing on, but really you should only be able to climb up or down it.
Yeah, one of the comments on the video said that grappling hooks should be combined with the crossbow. I think you mentioned that on the show before.
Yeah, 100%. It would give crossbow a reason, because right now a crossbow is not better than a bow.
Mm-hmm. Not even close.
Even with rocket-powered arrows. Yeah, give me a reason to use a crossbow. There's so many cool weapons in the game that just are not good. Looking at you, tried it.
Was crossbow brought up in Mending Minecraft?
I think it had to have been.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it has. I think that's where the grappling thing came from. Crossbow grappling.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that was all. I just wanted to mention that.
That's fine.
That we may have missed some things.
Before I have Jimbo read us out, I want to say a huge thank you to all of our milk level patrons who are supporting the show. Our patrons are Aerington, Aubni, BoboPlaysGames, Crock, FragileRock, Casey Plays Games, Loki, and viperoustuna. If you too would like to get access to exclusive benefits and hours of extra content, please consider joining at patreon.com/The Withering Effect.
If you like the show, share it with all of your friends and on social media. If you listen on Spotify, rate and follow us so you never miss a future episode. Or if you listen on Apple Podcasts, leave us a nice review. Doing any of these really helps the show reach more listeners. If you'd like to get in contact with us, send an email to podcast@thewitheringeffect.com. Tweet us, leave a voice message, or join our Discord where you can have a chat with everyone who works on the show and fellow listeners. All the links are in the show notes.
This show has been brought to you by Jimbo and myself, but also our digital producer, Carl. He helps make sure the show ends up where it should be, and the amazing music you hear throughout the show was created by the one and only Decoy. Everyone's social media info can be found in the show notes. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for getting withered with us. You should probably go drink your milk now. Bye!
See you guys. Sorry, I had to yawn.
You're fine.
It's contagious.